Hey everyone, welcome to Primeletics. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and enjoy all of our great basketball content we have here. And if you're returning to the channel, welcome back. So today we got Nate here, one of the most athletic guys that you ever seen, that I've ever seen. So today is gonna be a little fun day. We're gonna talk about how to throw an alley-oop. You know, the alley-oop is the most exciting play in basketball. When kids go to a college game, NBA game, even sometimes high school games, even though some of the players are not athletic, all the kids, adults, they wanna see the dunk.
Oh my goodness! I love the fact that he created his own space in the new style. LeBron James.
What better dunk than the alley-oop when two people just read each other perfectly in harmony and just throw that ball up and somebody just comes and yams it in the rim. So today we're gonna be showing you how to throw an alley-oop, how to break it down a little bit, read each other, get some chemistry. Enjoy, as always, apply pressure. So obviously the most important part to this is you need an athletic player. I'm not dunking anymore, so I'm letting him dunk now. You need a player that can catch the ball, somebody that's comfortable dunking. Nate's probably been dunking for about, he's a freshman in college, so he's probably been dunking for about, what, 4 years now? 6 years? Unless he started dunking in middle school, unless he was like a extraordinary middle schooler, then he's been dunking since like freshman year of high school. So you need to have an athletic player, and I say that because it will not work without one. Like, you know, these kids catching oops and doing jelly layups, that's not gonna work in the big leagues. So you need to have an athletic player first. You wanna be able to read your players. So like he plays point guard. So when he's coming off the ball, if he needs an oop thrown, like you gotta be able to read that. So you can be a shooting guard, small forward, power forwards and centers even know how to throw alley-oops now. So if Nate is getting ready to set up, we gotta have some type of chemistry. Otherwise, it's gonna be miscommunication and it's probably gonna end up in a turnover or missed field goal. Say Nate is busting back door, but he really wants to come up for the pad. I throw the oop, I completely blow it. Like I think that he's cutting back door to go for the oop, but he's really coming up for a three-point shot because we didn't read each other the right way. That's why it's important to have that kind of communication and sync. And you build that through practice and things like that over time. But so now you want, usually, like if you watch a lot of great players, especially the ones that have the ball, in the NBA, they kind of read each other. You know, they have like eye contact that they make, or, you know, like a little signal. And in college, you usually kind of read your person. So like if I see him sprint full force, like I know he's only gonna sprint full force when he's going to catch a oop. Otherwise, he'll throw up a hand like if he's gonna cut back up, like just a little signal. So like, boom, I know he's coming back up, faking back door, and just V-cutting to get open, basically. So now we make that eye contact. I wanna set my defender up, and now Nate goes. So now Nate's going, and boom, I'm right there. So we read each other, we made that great eye contact, and then the play worked. I set my defender up, he set his defender up. So the easiest place to put the ball is anywhere from the rim to the corner of the backboard. So I wanna come in between right here. I wanna put it as close to the rim as I can. Like say if I got a newer dunker or a newer alley-ooper. So if I got a newer alley-ooper, I wanna put it close so they don't have to extend yet. Now over practice and time, then we can work our way out there. Now, I know he can jump and we've been doing this a lot, like it's part of his workout drill, so I know I can put it out here, but you wanna put it between here and here. Now, if I'm trying to set Nate up and give him time and he has a defender right here, see, I want him to catch it back here so that way when he comes in, he has time to gather the ball in the air. So come to me. Come to me. So when he's coming up to catch the ball, he has that time to extend and protect himself. If not, catch the ball, get it positioned so that way he can make the body contact first. Because if you watch when a lot of people get dunked on, it's missed timing. mistiming for the shot blocker or the contester. So if I give him a chance to reach his peak at jumping, by the time they go up and jump, he's already at his peak at jumping. I can't contest that because I'm still at the bottom of my jump, trying to build it up. So like, just physically, I'm not gonna be able to do it. That's when you get your posters. So I wanna give my dunker time to get the advantage over the guy. So that's when I throw it out here so he can gather, already be at the peak of it, and he can dunk that thing home. Otherwise, I wanna throw it close to the rim like we just did. Now, I'm gonna show you how early and how late to work on this. Like that timing is important too. So let's go ahead again. So if I throw the ball, now run through, I'm gonna throw it late. So if I throw it, he's jumping already. It's really hard for him to get that. Really hard for him to get that. And then he sets up and I throw it early. Too early, he's not even there yet. So that's why you gotta have the perfect timing on this. So now when he's running through, I want to time it, give him time to catch that thing. I want to place it right as he starts running. I want to place it up in the air so he has time to meet the ball. So as the ball is reaching its peak on height, when I'm throwing it, that he is reaching his peak and jumping. So that way they meet together, boom, and that's when you got the perfect sink to dunk the ball home. So normally, to get used to this, you'll have your guard, or not even your guard because it's positionless, like I said, you'll have your two players. They kind of work on this stuff. You know, they kind of build up from inside out. So, you know, a nice simple drill for this is just, we do three different ones. We do a bounce pass oop, we do a throw oop, and then we do like some type of fancy one. So from the corner, or a chest pass. So we go bounce pass, chest pass, and then a regular oop out the air. So ready? Bounce pass. Let's go chest. Let's go oop. Boom. So those three, to kind of get used to that. Now, when you come down the middle, that's when you get a little fancier. Now coming down the middle, I think you got a couple of these in your day, right? You got a couple off the glass. So now when we want to go off the glass, so now I go off the glass. Or if you want to get tricky with it, so now if you got a defender behind you, like kind of stuck in the middle, but you know your teammate is running, that's when you get another poster, maybe a little and one action. Boom. Now I can throw it backwards and kind of set up my opponent. So you can have fun with it, but that's how you develop that chemistry. So you want to just work on this stuff. This is the skill that you got to work on too, just like anything else. Like building that time and that perfect sync, it takes a while. It's like ball handling, it's like shooting, like anything else that you do. Thanks for joining us for today's video. Hope you guys had some fun. I know we certainly did. His legs are probably more tired than mine, but my arms are tired from throwing so many great passes. Might be one of the top passers in the country still to this day. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to us if you haven't already. Check out all of our basketball content. If you have any questions or suggestions on drills that you want to see, make sure you leave it in the comments, or don't be afraid to DM us or email us. So stay tuned for more. As always, apply pressure.